Long time ago, in a quiet village in the heart of the countryside, there lived a woman named Mama Titi. She was known far and wide for her irresistibly delicious Akara, fried bean cakes that were so crispy on the outside and soft on the inside that people from nearby towns flocked to her stall every morning. Her Akara was like no other, and the secret to her recipe was a mystery no one could figure out. But Mama Titi's perfect Akara had a dark, hidden secret, one that would chill the bones of anyone who dared to find out. Every day, Mama Titi would rise before dawn and grind her beans, humming quietly to herself. Her store, a small wooden structure by the roadside, always smelled of fresh Akara. The sizzling sound of the hot oil frying the cakes was like music to her loyal customers, who couldn't wait to get their hands on a fresh batch. But little did they know, it wasn't just the ingredients of beans, pepper, onions, and spices that made her Akara special. Late one night, when the village was asleep and the streets were deserted, Mama Titi would sneak out of her home and head to the nearby forest, carrying with her a small, rusty knife. It was here that she made a pact, years ago, when she was young and desperate, struggling to make ends meet. She had stumbled upon an ancient shrine deep within the forest, forgotten by most of the villagers. An eerie presence lingered there, and the spirits whispered to her, promising wealth, success, and fame for her Akara business in exchange for a blood sacrifice. Mama Titi, consumed by her desire for prosperity, agreed to the unholy deal. The spirits demanded fresh human blood to mix into her bean batter, and so, under the cover of night, she began to lure her victims, drifters, beggars, or anyone who wouldn't be missed. With each drop of blood that soaked into the beans, her Akara became more flavorful, more addictive, and her fame grew beyond the village. For years, no one suspected a thing. People only noticed that Mama Titi's Akara seemed to have a peculiar taste, something they couldn't quite put their finger on but found irresistible nonetheless. Her stall became the most successful in the village. Other vendors, jealous of her success, tried to replicate her recipe but failed every time. But dark secrets have a way of coming to light. One evening, a young woman named Mario, who had recently moved to the village, began to notice something odd. She worked at the local market and often passed by Mama Titi's stall, curious about the crowd it always attracted. Unlike the others, Mario never felt drawn to the Akara, and something about Mama Titi's success didn't sit right with her. She decided to investigate. One fateful night, Mario followed Mama Titi into the forest. Hiding behind the thick trees, she watched in horror as Mama Titi performed her grisly ritual. The old woman chanted in a strange, guttural language, her knife glinting in the moonlight as she made her offering to the spirits. Mario gasped, but the sound was swallowed by the wind. She ran back to the village, her heart pounding, determined to expose Mama Titi's dark secret. The next day, Mario gathered a few trusted villagers and led them to the shrine. They found the bloodstained knife, the remnants of the ritual, and knew the truth of Mama Titi's wickedness. Word spread like wildfire, and the village was in uproar. When the authorities came for her, Mama Titi did not resist. Her once glowing eyes had turned hollow and dark. The spirits had kept their promise, but the price of her success was her soul. She was taken away, but the cause of her blood-soaked Akara lingered in the memories of those who had eaten it. To this day, no one in the village dares to speak of Mama Titi's Akara. But every now and then, in the early hours of the morning, some say you can still smell the faint scent of frying bean cakes drifting through the air, as if her spirit still lingers, searching for another soul to feed her forbidden recipe.